Hey, how's it going? I'm Dr. Josh Satterlee with Clinic Gym Hybrid. And yeah, I jacked up my knee. So it brings me up to some points that I want to cover that I think are important to cover if you are planning to or already running the Clinic Gym Hybrid business model. So I wanted today to give you 7 ways you can make your Clinic Gym Hybrid more efficient and more profitable. Because my knee's jacked up, it reminded me of this. The first way to make your Clinic Gym Hybrid more profitable is to just use your space the most efficiently. Now, what does that mean? When a gym is going and bustling, it's great. You don't want to have anything in the way, right? You don't want to have anything cluttering the floor. However, there's a lot of time during the day when most gyms aren't busy. So for example, if you have a clinic gym, I'm going to guess you're going to be busy at about 5, 6, and 7 a.m. Then there's going to be a lull, and then you might be busy at noon to 1, and then again sometime after 4 p.m. Those are typically the times when gyms are the busiest. Well, if you think about that, those windows that are not busy are also some of the best times for you to operate your clinic. So one thing that might make sense in your clinic gym business model is to treat people on the gym floor. Use your gym space as treatment space for some of the day. Now there's some advantages here. Number one, it's super efficient. If you have somebody like me who's on crutches and recently had surgery, I don't have to transition as far to do rehab. I've seen a lot of chiropractic offices where they treat in one room and then the person's supposed to go to another area to do rehab. All that walking, 30 seconds here, 1 minute there, for me it might be 2 minutes because I'm going slow. It slows down your day and it slows down your profitability. Whereas if I could be treated on this table and then 5 feet over there could be a mat that I'm exercising on, boom, we just save time. And in our business, time is money. So that's my number 1 tip on how to make more profit in your Clinic Gym Hybrid. My second tip for how to make more profit in your Clinic Gym Hybrid is treat people on the floor because it will contribute to your marketing. So it's more efficient. We already talked about that. But one other thing that also happens is when you are treating people on your gym floor, they ask questions about exercise equipment and they see people doing exercise. And so it's a perfect opportunity to transition them from clinical care into the mindset of exercise. And when they have that mindset shift, that's a great time to say, you've made great progress with us in the clinic. I can't wait to see how you'll do in the gym. You want to give them this idea that there's a continuation of care. That continuation from a business perspective turns into cash-based, monthly payment, membership-based gym membership. But to the patient, it might just seem like a continuation of their rehab. So for me, I'm going to do some low-level rehab with somebody. And then imagine if they go from, hey, can you just move your knee, into, can we strengthen your knee, into, hey, let's make sure your strength and your motion is flexible and appropriate for daily life. And they move me into lunges. And then from lunges, I go into single leg lunges and balance activities. That starts looking a lot like a gym. So why not just transition your patient during that mindset shift into that monthly cash-based membership? It's a much better business model than only working with people when they need rehab and kicking them out as soon as they're done, right? The other thing is you don't have to deal with insurance companies. No more pre-authorizations, no more questioning of how much you're going to make, and you'll continue to make more money predictably than you would with the insurance model. So that's my number 2 thing. Use your treating on the gym floor as some marketing. Number 3 way to make more profit in your Clinic Gym Hybrid. The keystone of the clinic gym is having the right people who can take somebody from the clinic and into the gym and help them in both areas, but that person should not be a chiropractor. So let me say that again. The keystone to the Clinic Gym Hybrid method is having somebody that can work with your patients on the clinic floor and in the gym, and that person should not be a chiropractor. So what do I mean by that? If you hire the right CA/trainer, so chiropractic assistant/trainer, they can maximize all sorts of things in your clinic gym and take load off of your back as the doctor. So think about it. If I come into your clinic, there's only 2 things that you as a doctor can do that your staff really can't. Number 1, they cannot diagnose. You have to be the one to diagnose me, right? This is fantastic. They also can't manipulate. So they can't mobilize my joints. They can't, adjust my ankle or my neck or my back. They can't do those 2 things, diagnose and manipulate. However, they could do muscle work on me. They can stretch me. They can do orthopedic tests. They could check my range of motion. They could video me doing exercises or tests. They can do all sorts of other things that will take the workload off of you and therefore leave you to do the things you do best, which is diagnose and treat. When you have those people in your clinic, it's amazing how much work you can get done, and the great news is they don't cost as much as a trained chiropractor. We're trying to get them at about 50% of the cost, and they can do 80 to 85% of the work. So I call it the 80-50 rule, all right? But that's not crazy in healthcare. Think about it. Any doctor you go to now will have the doctor, a couple PAs or secondaries as they call them. A surgeon may have a surgeon, assisting MD would have PAs below that, would have nurses below that, right? It's just a pyramid shape. For some reason in chiropractic, we don't do that. But finding that person is a great way to increase the profit in your clinic gym hybrid. Method number 4 for increasing the profit in your clinic gym hybrid. I talked a little bit about having the right person, that CA trainer, highly skilled person that you are training into an amazing trainer. Don't worry about what they enter the door with. Like, don't worry if they're certified in some method or not. That's great if they are, but don't worry about that. You want to train them in your facility, okay? A way to maximize your profit once you have those people is keep them for as many years as you can. The problem is most trainers will stay at a gym for just under 2 years. It's 22 months is the average length of a employment at a gym. So that means every couple of years you got to train somebody new. Instead of that, why don't you analyze the reasons that people leave and then provide solutions to those so they never leave. So if you only have to train 1 or 2 or 3 people over your career, you're going to make so much more profit because you won't be investing the time into constantly training new people. So what do trainers really look for? Number 1, they want to be part of something bigger than themselves. So many places they could work are counting sets and reps. Hey, 3 sets of 10 push-ups. Great. But very few places where they'd ever work will take them and say, hey, I know you can count reps. Can you actually make this person better? And that may involve some additional testing or some additional thought process or thinking about this globally. Most trainers I've met would love that challenge and would love to be part of that, okay? So you want to provide that. They want to be part of something bigger. Also, they want to be educated. They want to be educated at a level that most national certifying bodies just don't teach them. Because most of those national certifying bodies will say to a trainer, hey, once the client has pain, you need to stop. You are not able to take care of pain. You can't treat pain. When you see pain, refer. Well, think about how many people have pain during workouts or discomfort, right? If every trainer in the world stopped and referred those people out, they'd be broke. But on the same regard, nobody or no certifying body is teaching them how to handle somebody in pain, how to test, how to find other mitigation strategies, how to treat the pain. You don't have to say treat, how to reduce the pain, right? How to find exercise the person can do. What's a standardized set of tests that we can do to find out which joint is causing the problem? All of those things are well within the scope of a chiropractor. So most chiropractors can create in their office an amazing training program or education program for those trainers, which in the end, if you spend the time educating every week, you won't see people stick around for 22 months. They'll stick around for 5, 6, 8 years with you because they value that education. If you don't think that's true, remember, you're probably watching this video and you spent over $150,000 on education for yourself. So why is it any different for them, right? You value it highly. That education can also help you pay a little bit less because you're providing a whole lot more value. Whereas 24-Hour Fitness and Crunch Fitness, they're not providing great education tracks. 5th way that you can make more profit in your clinic gym hybrid is think about what you can use your space for besides clinic and gym. There's a lot of opportunity out there, and a lot of the opportunity for the modern chiropractor has to do with something we call upsells. That's the business lingo for what we're talking about. An upsell is any additional service you would sell somebody that helps them get towards their goal either faster, easier, or with more benefit. So a common one might be if you go to the dentist, they do the teeth cleaning, and they want to upsell you on teeth whitening because you want whiter teeth. Or they will upsell you on braces because you want straighter teeth. Those are perfect upsells, and they work well in that clinic to upsell model. We can do the same thing with our clinic gym hybrid. So what are some things people really value that we can provide in this setting? How about number 1, coaching? Imagine if you had a nutrition coaching program where you met live in your clinic gym once a week, maybe Friday evenings, and then you provided off-site online coaching after that, right? How about education? You could run classes for new moms or expectant moms on, managing the changes in your body as you become pregnant and deliver, etc. You could charge for that education, which is a perfect upsell. If a young woman comes in who's pregnant and is complaining about back pain, you could treat her and say, hey, we also offer these classes you can take as part of our treatment here, and they're only $129 a month. Would you like to join us? Use your space as education. You could also increase your profit by using your space for workshops. If there is a perfect demographic you want to go out and find, educate about it, and it magically will attract those people. So my experience in our gym, we've hosted many workshops for golfers. Golfers want to hit the ball further. They don't want to have back pain when they golf. I've treated thousands of golfers. So if I provide education on how to hit the ball further and how to have less pain with golf, people come out of the woodwork to our gym, we educated about it, and then at the end of the education, when they now perceive me to be an expert, I say, hey, here's a program we offer. Would you like to buy it? Not everybody who attends the education is going to do that, but a lot of them will. Offer that education and use your space to expand your business. And especially works when you can find your perfect demographic and invite them in for a class. So if you work with ultramarathon trail runners who run over 50 miles competitively, offer a class on what they deal with, and you'll be amazed at how many people show up. So that's our 5th way to make more money or more profit in your clinic gym hybrid. The 6th way, is that way or that way? 6th way to make more profit in your clinic gym hybrid is simply offer more classes. How do you offer more classes? Once you find your perfect demographic, niche down and find out what classes they really want. So I'll tell you a story from my experience. We offered general functional fitness classes, and I started working more and more with golfers. And those golfers were looking for something different. They generally were in pretty good shape, but they wanted somebody to focus more on rotation and lower body flexibility and power transfer from your trailing leg to your lead arm, things like that. So we decided to launch a specialized class specifically for golfers. Guess what? It wasn't that much different than what we were offering the general fitness class. We just cut out about 20 to 30% of it and said, let's make it more rotation based, right? We would talk in golf terms, we would use golf references, but it really wasn't that different. However, we were able to charge about 2.5 times as much for that class as for the class that's just general fitness. And it's true in anything. If you niche down and you niche down and you niche down, you will be able to increase the profit. So I'd encourage you, offer additional classes, but ones that are very niche down for your perfect client. So if you said, hey, we offer functional fitness for adults, you could charge this much. You could charge this much. Said, hey, we offer functional fitness for adults who run more than 10 miles a week, boom. Hey, we offer it for adults who run more than 100 miles a week. It's super niche down, but the people you get there aren't being served by any class at 24 Hour Fitness or Lifetime Fitness or EOS, right? How about we're only for white collar professionals who compete in ultra marathons and only trail runners, right? Now you're so niche down that you would be the only person in your town who has the expertise to really handle that. So that's my 6th way to increase the profit in your clinic gym hybrid. Offer more classes, but don't just offer more times. Specifically niche down on a perfect class that calls out your wonderful, perfect demographic that really motivates you, they love your care, and they're willing to pay a lot of money. For us, those golfers are willing to pay 2 or 3 times as much for essentially the same class. It wasn't that much different. Certainly the same facility, same equipment. All right, number 7. The 7th way to increase the profit in your clinic gym hybrid. And this one might seem a little difficult to understand, but I will say this. Offer charity workshops. Work with local charities and nonprofits and groups that need help to use your facility for something that they really need. So let me give you some examples. We have hosted workouts where everybody pays $10 and that pool of money at the end of the workout goes to a 501c3 that we're working with. 501c3 will invite people from their guest list, people locally that support them, and say, why don't you work out with us? And it's a good way for you to even the playing field. Professionals work with blue collar people. Women work out with men. Moms work out with people that don't have kids. It really levels the playing field and everybody's just working out. At the end of it, you take all that money and say, hey, today we raised $685 for the Candle Lighters of Southern Nevada. Woohoo! And you can hand over the check. Feels pretty good. You get a lot of good exposure, and it brings some good excitement to your gym when things might be getting stale. Another way to use it is maybe not so much for a charity, but how about a sports team that needs some help? What we've done in our clinic gym hybrid is bring in a sports team that, say, needs pre-participation physicals. And we as providers can do those. So we'll do them in our facility for free. Well, not for free. We charge $20, but then we take the $20 and give it back to the team. So the team works on getting everybody in the building. They organize. We usually have the coaches help out. We work with the coaches. The coaches can be there to help organize people, keep a schedule and whatnot. And at the end, the team gets the pre-participation physicals that you need. You've met every single athlete, and they now perceive you as a very skilled rehab chiropractor. The coach loves you because not only have you donated to the team, but you provided a service and taken headaches off their shoulders. And you can usually get some decent press out of it, right? Ask them maybe, hey, would you mind posting on your team page? Or could you make an announcement and shoot a few pictures of our facility and us working with your athletes and post them up? Those things help plant little seeds in your community that grow up into business later. So that's my seventh way to create more profit in your clinic gym hybrid. If you're interested in this model, the clinic gym hybrid model, which is the best business model for chiropractors, I mean, hands down. It's exciting, it's fun, the energy's great. You get to work in a gym all day. People are very active, they respond to care quickly, they have a hoot. You get to work with amazing trainers, it's awesome. If you're interested in more of that, go to our website, clinicgymhybrid.com, and look at our live events. Join us for one of our amazing live events where you'll learn in 2 days everything you need to know to run this amazingly profitable, amazingly fun business model. And check out our online courses. We have a ton of online courses shot by the best instructors in the nation that will help you build the skills to have a better clinic gym hybrid, one that's much more profitable and much more fun and effective for your patients. Thanks so much for checking out these videos. I hope they're useful. We'll cover things like rehab, exercise, business model, progressions, layout, everything else that helps you build a clinic. So if you're interested, you can click here, there to get more videos just like this.